So you got one of these machines here for voltage injection, or maybe you just got it for a power supply. But normally you use, we check appliances, try and work out where faults are, um, laptops, TVs, etc. So of course here I've got a battery here, been sitting for a year. It was a great brand new battery, but it's lost all its memory. So the laptop was detecting it as being a completely dead battery. So the only way for to bring it back up is to do this. So what you do, drill a wee hole, make a wee hole. I normally use a screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, backwards and forwards to make a hole, and then I put a wee nail in there. You may have the actual prong like that. I could have actually done that myself, but you could put one of them straight in and then connect them up because they're pushing the same as down here. Just push them in and do it that way. But of course, first, before you do any voltage injection or anything, if it is a battery, or laptop, whatever you're doing, make sure you've got the right voltage. So get your circuit tester out and make sure you do actually test what voltage and things about things is. And with your batteries, check it out. So I mean, this one's here 11.1 volt, 65 watt air, but yeah, so it's 11.51 volt. So each one of these is like a 3, 6, 9, 12 battery, basically, if you work it out just on the average. Not exact, but yeah. But anyway, how to use these machines. First you want to do is put that wee steel piece there, put it between your negative and your earth. Alright. Now at the moment you'll see we're using voltage. So we're injecting it with voltage, but it's stabilising the amps and charging the battery. Okay, so we've had to bring the memory back. The battery was sitting at 7 volts, which was, for an 11.1 volt battery to sit at 7 volts is not good. So the memory on this was completely wiped, had no amps in it, no nothing, completely the deadest of dead batteries. So what I actually had to do as well is inject off amps. Now all you got to do is be careful. Now, if you can, buy the next model of these machines up, especially if you're doing motherboard repairs, laptops and TVs, things like that. Spend the extra 50, 80, 100, whatever it is for that extra model up. The extra model up is a great one. I did have it in the past, and I actually wish I'd bought that one again, because you do have the extra gauges with your wattage things. But anyway, here you got your current, you got your volts. You don't have a beeper like the other one. The other one's got the beeper when there's a fault, if you've got a short somewhere. So this isn't going to beep, but you're going to see it here. Alright, this is the only problem. You're always having to look up at it. Whether if you buy the other one, you'll hear a beep, you'll know there's a problem, then you can look. With this, you've got to be looking at the same time as trying to look at what job you're doing, which can be problematic. So, if you can, make sure you buy the next model up. Now, if you haven't and you are stuck with this one, how to use it. Now, what you want to do, if you're doing voltage injection, and like this, like it's stabilising the amps itself, okay? If you had a fault, like if this wasn't charging the battery, or even if that battery was completely shorted somewhere, or you're in a laptop, it's got a short, the CPU's gone or something, the amps here would go off the scale, okay? And it's the same the other way around. The other way if we're injecting the amps. But of course, to bring this battery back, I went the other way and injected amps, but did it where it doesn't exceed the volts, okay? And the same here. So the volts, I turn the volts up, but how to use this properly, what you actually do is you turn everything right down low, okay? So everything has to be off, okay? Now you'll see there that's on the volts, okay? So if we were to start, and of course, if you're wanting it to stay on the volts and you're wanting it, you're doing the voltage injection, and it's going to stabilize the amps and it'll bring it down as it's charging. If there's a fault, it's not, it's going to go off the scales. Anyway, you turn this on full ball, okay, right around to full, and then this one here is all down on low. And what we do is just start turning it just gently, because we don't want to exceed, it's got 10.7, the battery's must have 10.7 in it right now. So we're still not up to the 11.1. Well, right, you'll see there. Right, but we want to come down because we've got a fine tuner. Okay, so we're down 11, now we're going to bring the fine tuner up. There, 11.1. I may actually end up putting a little bit more volts into this, just because this memory's not coming back completely. We're only at 10 now, and this is nearly fully charged in the amps. But anyway, so we've got 11.1 volts. We're using it through there. You see the lights on, and you'll see here the draw is 0.70 amps. Initially, an hour ago, that was 3 amps. Okay, so in the last hour, it's slowly gone down and down and down, which is a good sign. That means this is taking charge. Whether it's holding it completely or not might be another story, but it is taking the charge and it is holding it to an extent because it's coming down off the scale. Okay? Now, if you want to do amps, again, then what you want to do for that, you wind everything down, including the amps one. Okay. Now what you want to do is wind the voltage one right up. Okay. Now you come into the amp light's on. Alright, so now you start turning the amp on until you get 11.1 volts. Now look, we're already at it there. Oh. So doing it this way, it's only taking 0.35. Oh, we have to wind that down and use the fine tuner. Then we use the fine tuner. There we go. I mean, you know, it's not going to matter if you go 11.2 or 11.3, okay? But I'm just going to have it there. I'm just wanting to see if it will come up and get all its memories back. Anyway, so that's how you use these machines. Alright, so don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. There's lots of different hints and tips on the channel, how to use things, how to fix things. So check it out. You might find something useful. And hopefully, if you're someone that's done the same mistake as I has and thought he's saving $1 by buying the other model down, don't. Just save up, get the extra one, then you got the beeper. Believe me, it's a lot less hassle. You don't have to keep sitting there looking at this bloody thing. But anyway, that's how you use this. So you can use this for your voltage injection. You can use it for everything, to find faults. As I say, if there's a fault, you've got your voltage. I mean, if you've got a laptop and it's, you know, whatever volts. I mean, you might have a 19.5 4 amp or a 3 amp or a 6 amp if it's a high-end computer. So you're going to know. I mean, if you're doing the 19.5, you'd turn that up to 19.5. And if it's a 6 amp, normally on the charger, and it's going for your laptop over 6 amps, you've got a fault. Okay, same vice versa the other way around. When things are going off the scale to what they should be on their settings, then you've got a fault. Okay, so anyway, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, lots of different hints and tips, many more videos to come. Anyway, enjoy, hopefully it's helped.